So welcome back, episode number 38, No Cap Sports Podcast, the Kwame Brown episode, man. And we back to you live with another one on my boy Josh's birthday, man. So make sure, y'all show my boy Josh some birthday love. And as always, gonna get us started with that five.
Yes, that five, F-I-E. But, how old are you? I'm 21 now. People texting me. And anybody that want to know on the podcast, all 12 people that watch this. But, people have, music preferences. I know as athletes we have music to hype us up before games, music to, settle you down, whatever. But, especially in the culture that the pandemic has produced, people are starting to sound the same. Artists are starting to sound like the whole game really sounds like each other at this point. So, with that being said, I want to know, I'm going to let Nick go first. 2 to 3 artists that are popular, or you can see getting a lot of clout or whatever that you don't like, with a nice explanation and a couple of songs to point to as examples as to, this is why I don't like this artist.
All right.
Or this is my favorite song from this artist.
All right, so one artist I really, he cool, but I don't like him as much as other people like him. It's Polo G, man. Like, I don't get the hype, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie, when he first came out with like Hollywood and Gang With Me, I was messing with him. I was like, bro, kind of hard. But I don't know what happened, but over the years, he just kind of fell off to me. Like, the typical Chicago driller. He just like I said earlier, bro, it just sound like he be biting the mic when you rap, bro. Like on Three-Headed Goat, he didn't have a bad verse. But he just can't match the flow of Baby and Dirk. It's just like he came on biting the mic when Baby and Dirk were just surfing on the beat. You know what I'm saying?
So you say he the worst rapper in Chicago?
Nah, because G Herbo's still from Chicago.
Okay. I give you that, dude. I'll give you that. As long as you say he's the worst rapper. Because the guy I'm gonna say he was on Three-Headed Goat. I don't think he's the worst rapper in Chicago, but I don't relate to him, bro. I'm a little suburban boy, bro. Little Dirk, man. He dropped the album around Christmas time, Christmas Eve actually. I might have listened to 2 songs. I never listened to it all the way through. But when I go on Apple Music, you know how you can see how many of your friends listen to it. I literally have friends that listen to it, that has listened to it recently. But he has good songs. He's been on fire lately, bro. I think maybe because he's getting more mainstream, maybe that's why I'm liking him. I don't know. But if I could relate to him, I probably would like him a lot more. Another guy is Kevin Gates, bro. I went to Millsaps College, which is in Jackson, Mississippi, right there by Louisiana. Half the people from Millsaps are from they go to Millsaps are from Louisiana. And it's just, I don't know, it's just something I don't really care for him that much. Like, I had free tickets to a concert, a Kevin Gates concert last year, and I did not go. I gave them away for free, bro.
Okay. I didn't even try to get the tickets, bro, but to add on to that, Vance, bro, it's another really mainstream rapper who I can't stand, bro. And it's The Baby, bro. Any The Baby song, just throw it away from me, bro. I don't want to hear it.
Wow.
I don't want to hear it.
You got hatred like that for him?
Every song sounds the exact same, bro.
Yeah. But it's still, sometimes they're good, though, bro.
If it ain't
have you seen his girlfriend song? Danny Lay or whatever?
I seen his girlfriend. I didn't know she made music.
Bro, she been going crazy on Twitter lately, bro. She they're saying she's a colorist, and the song she made was absolutely horrible, like the worst song I ever heard.
Which you're right, Nick. Like, yeah, I've seen her before too, but never listened to her music. So that probably should tell you, be indicative of what attracts people to her. But whatever. So we got what's Van's girlfriend, Chloe and Haley?
Chloe Bailey. Put some respect on her name, bro. And another artist I do not like because of that challenge. She belongs to the streets now, bro. That's really hurt my soul. Chloe Bailey, bro.
She a grown woman, man. She can throw her posterior any type of way she wants to. She wanted to bust it on Instagram.
Oh, she need to bust it on me.
I don't know. I don't think you can handle no Kobe Bailey. I don't know.
I can do all things in Christ who strengthens me, bro. Put some respect on me.
You got that, big brother. this past weekend saw two great championship round games, and we're gonna break them down before you talk about the games. And so we're gonna start out with the Chiefs versus the Bills. The Chiefs take the game 38-24, advancing to the Super Bowl back-to-back years. And so, what did you guys think in watching this game? Like, what were y'all just initial reactions, impressions, hot takes? What y'all got about this game, man?
The game was never in doubt, bro. Even when Miko Hardman fumbled the ball on the 1 yard line, never in doubt. Like they start off 9-0. Then they start kicking field goals. The Buffalo Bills, like, you can't kick the field goals against the Kansas City Chiefs, bro. It's right for halftime. You on a 2 yard line. Winner, you better score or die trying, bro. It's 2 yards, bro. It's one play, get 2 yards, have a chance to win this football game. You can't. They kicked 4 field goals against the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs scored 4 straight touchdowns. Like, come on, bro. Let's be realistic here. That game was never in doubt, bro.
Bro. Kicking field goals, bringing a knife to a gunfight, bro.
Facts, bro.
It's too easy. You got the Golden State of the NFL. Like, even anybody can see it. You don't have to be a football enthusiast to look at it. You don't have to be an expert to look at it and say, like, this football team is drastically better than potentially the rest of the league. The way they score so easy. They really don't even have a consistent pass rush to rely on. They're going to be down with 4 offensive linemen in the Super Bowl, and they just, and they just played against a guy that my co-host said had an MVP season. And like
you're the one who's been saying that.
Facts.
Not Vance. You are been saying that.
Well, he's a cold guy named Josh, so they get some respect. But anyway, this is their machine. Like, they're not machine like they are machine. Tom Brady is one of the top 2 best American athletes of this generation. But I can't even really see him. They're giving the line is 3.5, and I would take the easy.
Yeah,
I definitely see them winning by at least a touchdown.
So, talking about this Chiefs team some more, but I want to get y'all's opinion on this, because the Monday Night Crew before the game, they gave the Bills the advantage in terms of quarterback play. They said Josh Allen was the better quarterback than Pat Mahomes coming into that game. So
I saw
that. Pat saw it too, because you saw he quoted it on Twitter, man.
Yeah, bro.
Let me see what y'all think, bro. What's the better quarterback matchup in the AFC? Lamar and Pat Mahomes, or Pat Mahomes versus Josh Allen?
I mean, honestly, neither one of them sound too close right now. He has beat both of them, right?
Yeah.
Both of us at this point. Doesn't seem like, I know we had to have a rivalry. They're all projected Hall of Famers at this point. MVP season, 2 Super Bowls in a row. Josh Allen looks to be, number 2 overall pick, whatever. But there's levels to it, obviously, even as elite as these guys, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson have performed, Pat Mahomes. There's a reason why they're saying if anybody's gonna catch Brady, it's gonna be him. He's a superstar. He's a super mega star in the league of rising stars right now.
And so, one last topic about the Chiefs. We saw them, like we just mentioned, took the 38-24 win over the Bills. But talking about this Chiefs team, this is a defense that's been revamped. We know what they do on offense. So I got to ask you, which unit is more important to the Chiefs' success, that offense or that defense?
That offense, most definitely, particularly the offensive line. As you said, they have 4 O-linemen. It's not going to be there for the Super Bowl. Those 2 tackles are going to get abused, period, point blank. Now it's just going to be Jason Pierre-Paul with one hand is running through the NFL still currently. They still got
one hand? He got one.
He has one hand, bro.
He has 80%. He has 1.5 hands.
Yeah, bro. Well, that's all he needs to dominate these tackles in the NFL. But the defense is going to do their thing, I think it's going to be more of a defensive game than people think. People are probably going to be thinking of games in the 30s, 40s. I think it's going to be in the low 20s, maybe low 20s to low 30s compared to low 30s to low 40s. But we'll see. I think it's going to depend on the Chiefs' offense. Can they hold those pass rushes for the Buccaneers? They got Vita Vea, still got Ndamukong. They got pass rushers coming. Them linebackers can blitz too, so we're going to see.
Shaq Barrett led the league last year in sacks. And we saw last week, Roger got sacked 5 times. But to me, the most important part of this Chiefs team is that
You know,
defense. You got to think about the Bills jumped out to an early 9-0 lead on the Chiefs, and then once the Bills got up 9-0, they didn't score again until the Chiefs had already scored 3 times. You get what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
that Chiefs offense kind of has a tendency to start slow, but when they get going, they get going. That's why I think the defense is the most important aspect of that team because they can cover up a lot of mistakes that a young quarterback, let alone, just offense may have when they run up against a good defense, which is what they're going to face when they take on Tampa Bay.
yeah. Summarized it pretty well. I mean, I can see, my point is, I feel personally that the offense is not going to really be the variable. They're going to get 30 points on a bad day. And if you just want to, overanalyze it, you could probably say that the defense is more critical, week to week of determining whether or not they're going to win. But I just feel like you're just getting into semantics. What was the stat? The top four quarterbacks, the top four teams left were 1, 2, 4th, 5th in offensive efficiency. Not that complicated to see what the formula of success is to get, far in the playoffs. Talented quarterback, and plenty of formers, but this year it seems to be that, because whoever has the ball last is going to be able to win.
Yeah. But, I mean, my last point on this, we saw, the Chiefs get into a shootout type game earlier this year. Their one loss on the regular season when they took on the Raiders. Gave up 40 points to the Raiders. Chiefs were only able to score 32. That's just why I'm kind of saying that defense is a critical factor for this Chiefs team.
I'll give it to you, but when Pat Mahomes when they actually catch Pat Mahomes this game, bro, don't be surprised. When you don't got your tackles, like Aaron Rodgers ain't been touched all season. Saw his tackle could come out with the Tennessee Titans game towards ACL. You saw Aaron Rodgers got smacked last week. We'll see.
Moving on to the other championship round game, the Buccaneers were able to take down the Packers 31-26. And now this game was real close all throughout. The Packers had a number of opportunities to take the lead late in that game. And one scenario that stood out to me was that 1st and goal situation with around 3 minutes left in the game. They get down to 4th and goal from the 8, and instead of going for it to essentially tie the game, Matt LaFleur decides to go for the field goal. And after they kick the field goal, it's over 2 minutes, 2 minutes remaining. The Packers still have 3 timeouts and a 2-minute warning, but they don't get the ball back. So what did you guys think about that call by Matt LaFleur to kick the field goal instead of attempting to?
That was stupid. Absolutely stupid, bro. Scare money makes no money, bro. If you playing against Tom Brady, you should know you're not getting the ball back with 2 minutes left. I don't care if you got 5 timeouts, bro. Game is over. Finish. Done for. It's one of them things where Aaron Rodgers should have been like, no, this is our team. I didn't know 31 out of the 32 NFL coaches would have went for it on 4th and 8. Because even if they don't get it, either way they go, they're going to have to get another stop. So why not try to tie the game now?
Yeah.
That was stupid because even if they did get the stops, they're going to have to punt the ball, have the ball left for maybe a minute and 45 seconds if they did get the stop. No timeouts. That was not realistic at all, especially with the way the offense had been playing.
Well, I will say that Brady did throw 3 picks on 3 straight drives, and that last interception was what led to this drive for the Packers. But looking at it, watching the game live, like before, the game was over, I thought it was a good move because you think about it, bro. The Buccaneers were up 8, so you would have had to score and get a 2-point conversion. Even if it would have tied the game essentially, but if they didn't get the 2-point conversion, they still would have needed the ball back. And so you're on 4th down. You threw 3 incomplete passes on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down, all of them targeted to Devontae Adams. But to me, I think this is more of an Aaron Rodgers problem.
Well, definitely dropped.
LaFleur problem.
I mean, I don't know. That's the bad thing. You don't draft many wideouts to any skill guys to help Aaron Rodgers, and then your best guy, the best receiver in the league at this point, drops the touchdown in the end zone. So, accumulation of factors for the Packers. Aaron Rodgers was not his A+ self. Tom Brady made, especially on the one of Scotty Miller, made one of the best throws he's made all year, you know. And then talent wins out. You know, the Bucks had two guys that were really hard to cover. The Packers had one, and Brady was more effective to get into his two guys than Aaron Rodgers was getting into Devontae Adams. With what, 5 drops? They had what, 5 drops, 6 drops? Come on now.
Well, here's my
You
thing.
kick the field goal, Josh?
I feel like Aaron Rodgers is. I feel like there's no way that, and somebody that's won an MVP in this system, you can tell me, no, we're going for a field goal. So I don't understand how you didn't have the power to just overrule him. It's not like before was out there at quarterback.
I mean, my thing with the situation was, like I said, first, second, third down, you throw incomplete passes to Devontae Adams, especially on that third down play.
Not saying incomplete. He dropped.
Okay, he dropped, but I mean, it was still an incomplete pass.
Zone.
It was still an incomplete pass, and then the other two he kind of tried to force in there. I think personally, and you saw it on the replay, Allen Lazard got open on a couple of those. You got other options. Marquez Valdez came
wide open.
He could have ran it in.
Exactly, he could have ran it in too.
It was
and
three,
if he didn't,
3 guys waiting
but
to
listen,
take off.
Josh,
We get half the yards.
If he didn't run it in, it would have been what, 3rd and goal from the 4, which is a lot better.
The last 2 times. Stupid.
Yeah, and I also think you could have ran the ball in those situations. You got Aaron Jones, you got Jamal Williams, you got A.J. Dillon. That's a very good trio of backs that could have ate up some yards, especially the way Jamal Williams was playing that game. I think they had a chance to run the ball, get some positive yards, and set up a better position instead of trying to throw it all 3 downs.
But you can't kick a field goal in that situation.
I still like the field goal call.
I want more from Devontae Adams. You drop a touchdown, and then you run a beautiful zig route, whatever type it is, to fake out the second defender, and then you can't get your feet down. So I mean, in the stat book is 3 incompletions, but Devontae Adams had 2 chances, had his hands on the ball twice to make a play. What was the final score? What, 31-26?
Yeah.
That's 6 points right there that your best player can't get for you. So, I mean, I understand a lot of people want to blame Aaron Rodgers. A lot of people want to blame LaFleur. And I don't have any problem with that. I just think that those are both – neither one of them, Aaron Rodgers had his best game. Matt LaFleur definitely, took away the opportunity for him to win the game.
I think Aaron Rodgers had a pretty good game. Over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, only 1 interception. He definitely outplayed Tom Brady. He definitely outplayed Tom Brady, who threw 3 straight.
I think it was about even, bro.
Nah, I don't think he definitely outplayed him. I mean, he did. The second half was bad. First half, you're not gonna tell me Tom Brady wasn't better.
That's fair.
Come on, now you saw that go around to Scotty Miller. That
was nice. I give it
to him. That's a
up.
perfectly placed ball. I don't know what Kevin King's doing, but it's not that bad a cover. She's just not bailing fast enough. She's like, this white guy can run, and Tom Brady just drops it in the bucket. You're not. I don't think Aaron Rodgers made the touchdown MVS was pretty good, but in terms of importance, that was the most important ball of the day, and Tom Brady was the one that threw it.
Yeah, but continuing to talk about the ending of this game some more. Like we said, the Bucks got the ball left with a 2-minute type scenario. They get to a 3rd and 6. Tom Brady tries to throw a crossing route to Tyler Johnson. PI flag. What did you guys think about that call?
You knew better, bro. You playing Tom Brady. You got to try to win the game. You can't just hope some crap going to happen, bro. You know what's going – bro, as soon as they kicked the field goal, the game was over. I probably on ESPN, they should have had, how they show the win probability percentage? It should have been 99.9. If Brady has the ball, he's going to make something happen, make some shape. And if he doesn't do it, the ref's going to help him. So it's just that was stupidity on Matt LaFleur's part, bro. I mean, it's a lesson learned. Well, when your quarterback's almost 40 years old, how many more lessons can you take? But, it's just, you knew what was going to happen. You knew that was going to get the first down.
But was it PI, though? If you're a referee in that game, are you throwing the PI flag?
No, because they hadn't called. They didn't have a penalty until the 3rd quarter or something. They've been letting them hand fight all day. They've been playing press, So was it a penalty? Yes. Do I call it considering that there's been no other penalties all game? I wouldn't.
I think it was more of a flop than a penalty.
He fought, but it still was a penalty.
Bro,
I think it was uncatchable. That's the
slightest
thing.
grab
But do they
of
even call it
undershirt.
uncatchable?
The slightest grab. And I think it was an uncatchable ball, too. That's my big thing. I don't think that ball was catchable, even without the little mini hole.
Because I'm thinking that was. I'm thinking about another. What was the other No, the pick that he had. The pick that Rodgers threw to set up the last score in the first
the
half.
one that Allen he was talking to Allen Lazard, and he was getting held up.
I'm saying, like, you're not gonna call that. You can't call the other one. So it's like, I don't know. I mean, my game is definitely that with the referee, so that was kind of whatever. But yeah, terrific time. Steals another one from the kind of people of Wisconsin.
Yeah, and so talking about Tom some more. Just to close this little segment out, how do you guys feel about Tom Brady and this Buccaneers offense heading into a matchup with the Chiefs? Now, looking at the offense, Brady went for 280 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, a 75.4 QBR, and the rushing attack wasn't very effective, only 3.2 yards per carry on the game. So how do y'all feel about this Bucs offense matching up against that stacked Chiefs offense?
I mean, here's the thing. I'm simple. I compare them to the 49ers of last year, Kyle Shanahan. Y'all can help me out. I'm more than welcome to y'all's opinion about this. Defense, Tampa Bay defense versus Kansas City defense. San Francisco defense. I would say San Francisco defense is more consistent, but Tampa Bay is more explosive. Touchdown, turnovers, big plays, things like that. Offensively, you literally have the guy that they try to replace with him and Tom Brady. San Francisco didn't have 2 guys like Godwin or Mike Evans. So I mean, there's a path to the Bucs winning. I mean, I'm not gonna doubt that. Tom Brady's been here his 10th time here. He obviously knows where everything is at. But I don't see nobody beating Kansas City. I'm sorry. This is. When Andy Reid got balls that big and you know how to effectively, deploy your guys, your tight end breaks the record for amount of catches in the conference championship game. Like, there's no way to stop them. They literally spotted Buffalo 9 points. It was like, So, I don't really.
I think you just summed it up perfectly, though, bro. Chiefs offense any day and Andy Reid's big balls.
Hell no, bro. Y'all got Tom Brady so messed up, bro. So messed up. Please. I'm not betting against Tom Brady. I can't do it. I'm sorry.
You bet.
We're not actually going to pick the games till next week. So I'm going to let Vance, do his little Forex magic, whatever he uses to predict the market, and go sit down and think about it because Brady kind of old, bro. Just finished up the championship round. Got to hand out some game balls for players in their performances. So I'm going to start out. Got to give mine to Tyreek Hill, 9 catches, 172 yards. The biggest mismatch in the NFL. Beat you with speed, beat you with explosiveness. He can just, in my opinion, he's the best athlete, pure athlete in the NFL, point blank, period. So he gets my game ball for this week and his explosive performance against Buffalo.
Let me give my game ball to Tampa Bay secondary. I wasn't able to say back 7, but I feel like that's a little bit too general. And their D-line was dominant too. I really would say the whole defense, but, just the physicality. Last week you got caught one of them corners that wasn't good in the beginning of the year. Picked off Mike Thomas, but that kind of, shuts the Drew Brees era down in New Orleans. Then you sit Aaron Jones down on the bench, knocked about 2 fumbles, 27 yards. Pro Bowl guy, completely, evaporate him. Sam Bates in their stride at the perfect time, and I don't think anybody saw their secondary being, the kind of the leader. They got a dominant pass rush. They got 2 great linebackers, but Jordan Whitehead flipping running backs in the hole, causing forced fumbles 10 yards in the air. Like, those are kind of things that teams rally around. We know better than anybody. The cornerbacks and defensive backs are especially the corners, are gonna be the trash talkers. Gonna be the ones that get your team fired. Are gonna be the ones that bring that juice energy. And it's nice to see that they do it with their play.
Nick went with a Kansas City player. I could have went with Travis Kelce, the way he was playing, just getting those 10-yard checkdowns all game. racking up his yards and catches. Josh went with Tampa Bay defense. You know, I could have went with Tom Brady, but instead I'm going to go with another dominant player in this sport. I'm going to go with LeBron Ramon James Sr. Just the other day, he had 46 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. He's the oldest Laker to score over 45 points since Kobe did it.
Again, not the right sport. But okay.
It doesn't matter. It's a game ball. He didn't say football game ball. He didn't say anything. He just said game ball. That's who got my game ball. Oldest Laker ever to score over 45 points besides Kobe's last game back in 2016. Shout out goes to LeBron, bro. More life.
I was watching that game live, and he had like 7 threes. People forget that was the first time playing in Cleveland since 2018. Last bucket, fall away, 23-footer over Colin Sexton and Tristan Thompson from the back corner.
Last time he scored over 40 points was against Miami, so he loves playing his former teams, bro.
In honor of Brady making it to his 10th Super Bowl, what we finna do for y'all this week is we finna rank our top 5 quarterbacks of all time. So I'm gonna get it started first, and I'm gonna start from number 5, and I'm gonna go up my list. So at number 5, I got Pat Mahomes, and to be honest, in all my years of watching football, he's the best.
Dang, that was a good one.
I've ever seen with my own eyes. He's the best quarterback. He's got a league MVP, Super Bowl MVP before the age of 25. Only him and Peyton Manning have thrown for 50 touchdowns and 5,000 yards in a single season. And just the things he's able to do, the way he's able to improvise, that's why he makes my top 5 list, even though he's only 25. Number 4, I got Brett Favre, man, the Iron Man of the NFL. 297 consecutive starts, won 3 consecutive league MVPs back-to-back, 1995 through 97. He split the 97 one with Barry Sanders, but who cares? He still got a trophy. And so also, on top of that, he had a chance to win another league MVP at age 40 when he took the Vikings all the way to the NFC Championship. And so my big thing about Brett Favre, when he retired, he was the league's all-time leader in passing yards, touchdowns, and quarterback wins. All those records have been broken since he retired, but the fact that he held all of them at the point of his retirement is why he makes number 4 on my list. Number 3, I've got Peyton Manning, old longhead, one of the most cerebral quarterbacks to ever play the game. Didn't have the best arm talent, but he knew how to read a defense, make the right throws, and catch the defense lacking. 5 times MVP. He's second all-time in passing yards, third all-time in passing touchdowns with Brady and Breeze passing him this season. And he's got 2 Super Bowl rings to go on top of that. And the reason he's at number 3 on my list is Brady dominated the matchup with Peyton, winning 12 out of the 17 times they matched up. Number 2, Joe Montana, the face of the West Coast offense. Quick passing, accuracy, everything you want from a quarterback. He's 4 for 4 in the Super Bowl, coming like Jordan with 3 Super Bowl MVPs. He held a 16-7 postseason record, and he took the Chiefs to the AFC Championship in his one season there. And one thing that stands out to me about Joe Montana, his postseason run from 1998 to 1990, he had 8 consecutive games with a 100-plus passer rating and a 22-2 touchdown to interception ratio in those 8 games. One of the most dominant players of the 80s and 90s. And lastly, number 1, my GOAT, Tom Brady. All-time winningest quarterback, 230 regular season wins, 33 postseason wins. Those 6 Super Bowls on top of that with 10 Super Bowl appearances. And this is just the most dominant quarterback we've seen ever. He had a 16-0 season in 07, and he's had 8 straight AFC Championship appearances. You can compare him to Braun, but he's way better than Braun in terms of singular athletic achievements. So let me hear you guys' top 5s.
Okay, well, at number 5, I got the same person as Nick Hayes does. I'm gonna have to go with Pat Mahomes, but he's definitely gonna rise. He honestly might jump up to number 2 if he beats Brady this Sunday. Like number 2, right behind Tom Brady. As of right now, Tom Brady's the GOAT, but that might change over the course of this 10-year, $500 million contract Mahomes got. If he can get 3 or 4 in there in these next 10 years, bro, it's gonna get kind of scary for Brady. But he's at number 5. Number 4, I'm gonna have to go with John Elway. I'm gonna give you John Elway at number 4. Back-to-back Super Bowls. He's a GOAT, bro. He's just a game. He's the ultimate game manager, bro. He can get anything done. He can make any pass. And at number 3, another guy that can make any pass, and that's going to be Aaron Rodgers, bro. You know, in terms of quarterback play, just strictly just individual play, might be the best. You know, he's better than Tom Brady just individual play talent-wise. Him and Mahomes are probably right there tick for tack in the primes. But Mahomes hasn't even reached this round. That's why he might end up being number 1. I'm gonna keep him at 5 for now. Number 2, I'm gonna give it to Joe Montana, but you know his stats might be slightly skewed because he played with some other GOATs in his time, bro. So you know Joe Montana / Steve Young, bro. You know they go tick for tack. I'm gonna go Joe Montana at number 2. You know, Super Bowl winner. You know, played with Terrell Owens and Jerry Rice. Then number 1, I'm gonna have to go with the GOAT. The guy's been there. He's been in more Super Bowls than anybody else in the NFL. Any other franchise in the NFL besides the Patriots. And he took the Patriots to all of theirs except for 1. So I'm going to throw Tom Brady.
He's shooting 50% with Super Bowl appearances, brother. They don't do that.
Man, he's won more Super Bowls than most franchises have been to, bro.
Especially the Cowboys and the Jets.
Anyway, you can shut up. Mute his mic.
So
that's what it is. Mahomes at 5. Pat Mahomes at 5. John Elway at 4. Aaron Rodgers at 3. Joe Montana at 2. Tom Brady at 1. List is pending because Pat Mahomes will move all the way up to 2 if he wins this Sunday.
Already? He'll be the second best quarterback of all time already.
Yes, I think if he wins Sunday, he already has a Hall of Fame career. In my opinion, that's just me though.
2 Super Bowls, a Super Bowl MVP, and a league MVP.
Like you can't go against the grain, bro. Stats.
I argue with these guys a lot. They're really not my friends, but I will give them props where it's due. Really good list by both of them. Number 5, I got like 3 names here. Pat Mahomes is the one I was gonna put first, but I'm gonna give it to the OG, the prototype, Michael Vick. Obviously, this is a pick based on potential / pure greatness, not accomplishment. And he's black, so I had to put him. I had to have a diversified list. We obviously know Michael Vick's plight. If you don't, you're probably not listening to this podcast. The originator of all of the dual threat quarterback, and his prime was taken away by the penal system. He never reached the Super Bowl.
You call him the originator of the dual threat?
Yeah, that's very bad, Cap.
Randall Cunningham.
He was the
modern, not originator, the modern prototype. I definitely think Pat Mahomes will be way more accomplished, but personally, if you want to look at it, I don't think there's a Pat Mahomes without a Michael Vick. So number 4, Brett Favre. Iron Man, 3 MVPs back to back to back. A lot of people forget he originally was with Atlanta. That didn't work out too well. But more than that, just a gunslinger, man. He was the first QB. I was a little kid. I was like, 8, 9? I was like, that. He probably shouldn't have thrown that. But Brett Favre always stayed true to form. He kept making those tight throws. He kept, I know he has a record for interceptions, and he was gonna test to see how good his arm was. And when you when you see an era of check down, Alex Smith types and things like that, it was just kind of, it was kind of fun to see somebody that was going to test the limits of their ability. Great guy. One of the not somebody that I feel like is lost in history, but I feel like the turnovers and his reputation of being from Mississippi kind of holds him back historically. So Brett Favre was in my list. Number 3, man, it's a Peyton Manning. I love John Elway, but he's not gonna make my list. Great quarterback, did a lot of stuff with his legs. Probably the best quarterback that's not on this list, but Peyton Manning got to have it all. It's either between him and Tom Brady versus who's the best sneaker in NFL history ever. I think Tom Brady has been a little bit more successful, but I don't feel like anybody that's ever played in the NFL is gonna be more of a brain engineer than Peyton Manning. His ability to read a defense, his ability to get his guys in position, his ability to manipulate a defense, and all football 9-1 at this point. Nobody's ever going to outthink Peyton Manning. Number 2, Joe Montana. I feel kind of dumb putting him, considering that I never saw him play live, But greatness is greatness. You play with Jerry Rice, you play with Dallas Clark, you lead a comeback in the Super Bowl. You go perfect in the Super Bowl like Nick said, you're gonna get my respect. West Coast offense originator, not originator, popularizer, I guess. Cool, calm, collected, all those good stuff that people talk about quarterbacks with. I guess I'll apply them to Joe Montana. And one is Josh McCown. Josh McCown is Tom Brady. I don't feel like if there's anything else that I could say to amplify his greatness, I mean, I'll try. No, I can't think of it, honestly. He dates a supermodel. He literally just, like people said on Twitter, he literally just picked a team and was like, y'all want to go to the Super Bowl? Like, the man greatest, literally, LeBron effect.
You know what? I'm going to let y'all slide on both y'all's lists with 4 out of the 5 picks. But Brett Favre's not a top 5 quarterback ever, bro.
Sound like a hater. Sound like a hater, brother.
He's a glorified Jay Cutler, bro. Let's keep it real.
Hey, turn this off, bro. Turn this off.
Jay Cutler.
Off, bro.
Jay never won anything, Cutler?
Yeah, bro.
Off, bro. He obviously is high or something.
Same vibe, bro. Exact same vibe.
You know what, Vance? You know what you look like?
It's the truth.
You know what you look like, Vance? You like one of those guys that go to the bathroom and pull their pants all the way to the ankle before they pee. That's what you look like.
That's kind of funny, bro. I'm not going to lie to you, bro. I'm not even going to check you because it's your birthday, bro. But just know next episode I'm going to have
I can't believe you compare. I can't believe you compare. I done made some bad comparisons of the ones that y'all think bad, but Brett Favre to Jay Cutler is definitely a stretch. Definitely a stretch.
Super stretch.
Super. Like, is he not better than Drew Brees?
Didn't make one appearance.
Yeah, a lot of people are better than Drew Brees, bro. He's a product of a system. He's the product of a system.
Drew Brees just got a lot of pretty numbers and window dressing, bro.
Product of a system.
A lot of records too.
And he's not a kneeler, bro. He's not a kneeler, so he's not going on my list.
You didn't have him on your list, did you?
Nah, Nick brought me back. Nick showed me the real reason why we can't have Drew Brees on our list.
Yeah, bro. Of course not, bro.
Before we wrap this segment out, I just want to give an honorable mention to the number 6 quarterback on my list, Colin Kaepernick. That's all I got to say. Thanks.
Come on, bro.
A year ago today, everything changed, man. RP Kobe, you see I got it on the cap, man. So, just, in remembrance of Kobe, let's just talk about our favorite Kobe moments, man.
Favorite Kobe moment, man, just even thinking about this, it was just tough. I don't know anybody else that had 50 points in their last game. That was pretty cool.
60.
He did 117. 60 off 117 shots.
He shot better than 50% though. That's all that matters.
I don't think so. But he definitely took 50 shots in his last game. That's the essence, the quintessence of Kobe beating Bryant. Not efficient, but I'm gonna do it. It's gonna come rapidly, and just not only that, but the reverence that the other team is in a playoff race. They're like, nope, we're gonna kind of sacrifice this whole season for this one guy that's not on our team. If you just kind of break it out in those basic elements, and you just look and you not only now, but when it was happening, people were realizing that this is not normal. Shaq was there, Snoop Dogg was there, ESPN made it a whole event, basically pay-per-view event. And Kobe didn't disappoint. And for that to be the last memory of him, there's so many guys that we know, like Michael Jordan, leave the game on sour terms, just kind of be that perfect, rose on top. You know what I'm saying?
So growing up, for me, Kobe was my favorite player, man. I was a big Kobe fan, had that 8 jersey when I was a little kid. But if you want to ask me what my favorite Kobe moment was, I have just so many, it's hard to nail down. But one of my favorite things about Kobe was just that Mamba mentality, bro. It's something I carry with me every day, bro. If you're going to do something, do it 100%, man. And you just see that in, every game Kobe played. I just think about, him hitting the free throws against Denver after he tore his Achilles. just so he could have a chance to come back and play that game, bro. Do you know how different you got to be to do that, bro? And then, like you said, that 60-point game, in his final game. And then, but one moment that really stands out to me is just how he always responded to adversity, man. You look at a rookie Kobe, airballs those shots against Utah in the playoffs, comes back the next
Hey,
season, a killer, bro. And it's just, moments like that that made Kobe who he was. And the reason why I respect him so much, he loves the game of basketball. You see what he's done with women's basketball in the WNBA. He's just, my all-time favorite player. And how could I forget, that Kobe commercial with him and Kanye? That's always a classic.
I just like my bad. Go Vance.
Oh, you can go.
I was just like, this is not a Hank Aaron situation. This is not a situation where it's, old, washed up, wrinkled veteran. Like, this guy was in the NBA game less than 48 months ago, and man, I don't know if y'all, but I do know about y'all. I know it was emotional for y'all on that day. Didn't even seem real at first with the way the reporter came out, but this is a basketball player that had, that regular people that didn't watch basketball were crying over. Like my mama cried. She couldn't tell me 10 things about Kobe Bryant that instant. But people just felt it in their spirit, felt it in their heart, felt it on their, whatever, because this man represented so much more than the ability to make a shot, or the ability to be good at a sport. Like Nick said, that mom mentality, that sparked people all over. And honestly, I didn't know how big of a movement it was until, he died. And, you hate to give people their flowers when they die, but it is inspiring to see how many lives he impacted while he was here. So.
Man, it's easy just to say any home game you can play with, especially on the weekend, because you always knew it was going to be somebody famous there. Like I just remember like getting out of church on Sundays. They'll play the 2:00 game, and it's just like Snoop Dogg at a game, Jack Nicklaus at a game. It's just all these superstars. It's easy to say 6-point game in his final game. It's easy to say 81-point game. I remember when he scored 81. I only saw the fourth quarter. That was the fourth quarter I've ever seen. But I'm gonna say, all right. So at one point, I did actually live in Memphis, bro, when I was a little kid. So I remember when I was sitting in the living room, my family. This is how I ended up becoming a Lakers fan. Actually, it's like the alley-oop against the Portland Trailblazers. When he threw it to Shaq, because Shaq, we were just all in the living room. I didn't really care about basketball. I was 4 or 5 years old. So at this point, I'm just like, whatever. And then I actually watched the fourth quarter, and they're making this comeback, and then they completed the comeback with that. That was the greatest alley-oop of all time that I've ever seen. Like, it's just like every moment Kobe had, it just appears so special, bro. And so just when it comes to Kobe, just anything he did, it was precision. That's the word that comes to my mind, just precision, bro. Because it's going to be perfect.
Yeah. And that's what it's all about, bro. And, that's what that Mamba mentality is about. And that's that lasting legacy. He's left not only on the game, but, on people worldwide. And so with that, man, we're finna go and close this episode out. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Rest in peace, Kobe. Rest in peace.
Shout out Kwame Brown. I don't know why Nick named the episode, but I usually tend to go to judgment. So shout out the best big guy with the smallest hands.
Yeah. And so with that, we out of here. And make sure y'all hit my boy Josh up on the Cash App.
Gang.
Jay Goa 56. Appreciate that, Nick. I'm not going to give y'all my phone number because y'all don't need to be in my business, but I do have Zelle. I do have Cash App. I got Venmo, Western Union, stripper singles. Any type of money you want to give me, I'm down for it.
You gonna strip for some money, bro?
I'm saying if you got stripper singles, like you were going to go to strip club, but you just want to bless a young brother, I'm down for it. I don't judge. You see what I'm saying?
For sure.
Not to say I would strip for the singles, but if they were intended for, dancers, and you're not able to make it to the dancers, I'm gonna take the money. Like, yes, I'm the dude in the strip club that steps on the singles and drags them to the car. I'm that dude.